This is Deepak. How are you? So today is Friday, and it is, I believe, the 17th or 18th of September. I hope the year 2017, and I'm continuing to answer your questions that are coming to me, mostly from readers who have read You Are the Universe, Discovering Your Cosmic Self and Why It Matters. And you can send me your questions. You can send me your questions at the following email address: info@jayo.com. 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 So today's question is from Firuze Basirian. And Firuze asks, why do some of my night dreams come true? Well, in that question is an implication that what is true is waking state of reality, and the dream that you have at night is therefore not reality. And I would like to first of all correct that. The waking state of awareness is like a lucid dream, because the waking state is basically consciousness modifying itself as perceptions. Consciousness or awareness knows itself as both the subject and the object of experience, and both the subject and object of experience can only be experienced as a result of perception. So perception is a modification of awareness in the form of sounds, tastes, colors, forms, shapes, tastes, textures. The sum total of that, given the continuity of memory, we call the waking state. And in the waking state, we experience what we call our physical body, we experience our thoughts, what we call our mind, we experience the world. But every experience that we have in the waking state, just like a dream, is evanescent, it's transient, it arises and subsides in an eternal now. So the waking state is also a lucid dream. Much more convincing, because everything seems hard and solid, and objects have well-defined memory, well-defined edges, and they seem to be contained in space and time. But all these are, as I said many times before, they are awareness modifying itself into experience. So in the deeper reality, what we call mind, body and universe are human constructs for sensations, sense perceptions, images, feelings, thoughts. The dream that we have at night is more subtle, in that objects don't have well-defined memories. You don't usually see yourself in the dream, although you're the witness of the dream. Things are changing very fast. But both the night dream and the waking state of consciousness are actually vibrations or excitations of consciousness as it experiences itself as sense perceptions, sensations, images, feelings, thoughts. But I haven't answered the question that Firuze Basirian asked. Firuze asks, why does the night dream sometimes correspond to the waking state in which we experience everyday reality? And the answer has to do with the fact that during night, as we go into more subtle domains of awareness, then we are getting less local and non-local. Non-local is the realm of mind to some extent, but definitely the realm of consciousness, where past, present, and future are synchronized, or we can say correlated. And so the deeper we go, in a sense, as the Beatles song says, the deeper we go, the higher we fly. And so where do we fly to? We fly to the source of all existence, which is pure consciousness. So then how does that correlate with what happens in the everyday experience that we call reality? I'll come back to that in 15 seconds. So back to Firuze's question. Why do those dreams sometimes come true? I think they come true for some people because they are more tuned in to the subtle excitations of consciousness. And the deeper we go, the more correlation there is, what we call non-local correlation or synchronicity, both in space and time. So the synchronicity is both in space but also in time, which means between past, present, and future. Also, those people who have these experiences of what we can call precognitive dreams, they are more comfortable in the realm of the spirit and more comfortable in the realm of subtle reality in the form of subtle senses. Subtle senses is when you experience an image in consciousness, or experience a taste in consciousness, a smell, a texture. So if you are more comfortable in the subtle realms, and you do not make too many distinctions between daydreaming, dreaming, waking, because they're all manifestations of the same non-local consciousness, which is monitoring everything that's happening in the entire universe, then the synchronicity and the creativity is enhanced. In order to expand this experience, I think that's Firuze's question also. Can we replicate this experience? And we can if we are detached from outcome, if we hold subtle intention, if we learn to transcend and go to the deeper, more subtle and ultimately acausal realm of existence, then the self-organization and the self-correlation of consciousness handles the details. So subtle intention, detachment from outcome, transcendence, and getting to the source more through being connected. And that of course includes emotions that connect you. Emotions like love, compassion, joy, equanimity. Doubting Thomas says, woo woo. Dear Doubting Thomas, woo-hoo to you as well. Happy trails. So that's my answer. Precognitive dreams, what we call prescience, they're all part of the dreamscape that we call life. Now, as I was saying this, there was somebody who said, my son died, that's not a dream. Well, on one level, of course it's not. You feel your grief, and you should, and so should we all grieve for those who are suffering. But suffering itself is a result of not knowing our true identity. We confuse ourselves with the person that we identify with, but there's no such thing as a person. A person is a process in being. You're not a person, you're a being that is experiencing itself as a person because of the continuity of memory. And when we have this misidentity, confusing our awareness with the process in which the experience of a person occurs, which includes mind, body, and universe, then ultimately we experience what is called existential suffering. Not only the suffering of loss of that which we can't hold on to, but also the attachment to our own physical body, to our own ideas, to our own ideologies, to our own constructs, attaching ourselves to our ego identity, and the fear of death are all a result of the mistake of the intellect, which is that you and I and all that exists is separate. You know, that I'm the subject of experience, you're the objects of experience. I am a physical body contained in a container called space-time and causality. So the deeper we understand the nature of existence and the awareness of existence, so very slowly, we arrive at the knowingness that we are a limitless, infinite, timeless being, having a time-bound experience in the realms that we call space-time and causality. But these are our own projections. Every dream can come true because the subtle dream can take the shape of the so-called lucid physical dream in the realm of what we call matter. But matter is just an experience, a perceptual experience, and therefore matter is the interpretation of perceptual experiences, and perceptual experiences themselves are modified forms of the real you. The real you is beyond space and time. And that includes our friend Doubting Thomas. He doesn't realize it, but he's an infinite being having a local experience. Qazi Bhatt says, "Man, you're crazy." Yes, I am crazy. I'm part of a band of sages, psychotics, geniuses, and crazy people. Remember my favorite line of poetry: those seen dancing were thought to be mad by those who could not hear the music. I'll repeat that. Those seen dancing were thought to be mad by those who could not hear the music. The music of the cosmos, the symphony of the stars, is in every cell of your body, and every cell of your body is dancing to a cosmic symphony, and most people can't hear the tune, so they think we're crazy. But I'm happy to be crazy. I'm happy to be crazy. I'm happy to not be squeezed into the volume of a body and the span of a lifetime. Until tomorrow, thank you for visiting my dream, and thank you for allowing me to visit your dream. Lots of love.